Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be looking at Lara Fabian's Je t'aime encore. I believe this is from the New Wave concert in 2012. This is a collaboration between Krutoy and Lara Fabian. And this is the melody that you'll be familiar with because it's a melody that ended up becoming Love of Tired Swans, which both Lara and Dimash have actually performed. And so I'm going to let it go at that. There are no subtitles here, so I'm going to leave it to you guys to help me out with the translation. And I'm going to listen for the melody and her interpretation of it through the way that she always does. She always is a trooper and a great performer, and she will not disappoint. So let us begin.
Cette voix, souviens-toi, tu l'écoutais, déjà tu l'aimais, c'était un ailleurs, un avant, deux amants, liés éternellement.
I'm going to stop it here. This is amazing. Actually, this, again, right here, this is probably the best thing that I have seen in a while. One of the things that I really love about Krutoy, again, I've said this in a million videos of his that I have reacted to, his sense of style and his sense of art direction when he puts on a production is amazing. Now, this has all the signature elements of a Krutoy production. So, if I'm wrong, please correct me, and if I have that all wrong, then please do. But again, Lara looks amazing in what she's wearing. She's wearing something that is absolutely beautiful on her. Igor, of course, is the Maestro, so he's wearing Maestro clothing. But again, the French is sounding really, really nicely. I love the setting of this, and I'm going to take it back a couple of seconds. I know I started right away, but again, this is a classic performance of Lara, and I'm really interested to hear the rest of this. So let's start up again.
Avant, deux amants, liés éternellement de nos corps enlacés, mais c'est l'or pur de tous les mots d'amour que l'on se jure en secret. Quand on sait que les jeux sont faits, inévitablement je t'aime encore, je t'aime aimé, je t'aimerai, incontrôlable en moi ce sentiment est un géant brisé. Ici tout comme avant, je te suivrai de ma main, note à note, mais je m'en cacherai comme d'un amant discret, comme seul un homme peut se mentir.
I'm going to stop it here. It's I've watched her do, and I actually have a reaction of her singing this in Russian, and in that performance, she's standing right next to Igor, and there is what looks like a monitor in front of her, but I also know that there was lyrics put up there, and again, I don't have a problem with that. I love having lyrics, especially if I'm learning something for the first time, or I haven't done the song that often. But one of the reason I bring that up is that this is in French. This is her native language, and the the comfortability that she has in producing this is a little bit different than it was when I saw her do the Lebede version later in 2014 or was it 2016? I can't remember which production it was, but her freedom here. And again, I'm going to ask this question of you guys: is which part of her voice do you really like? I was going to stop it earlier in this particular section of the song, but I didn't want to stop too often. But when she goes into her low registers, where it becomes really sort of airy, but there's still like a grounding in the tone. That part is always an amazing sound for me. When she goes into her lower registers and it has a much more airy sound to it, that's always amazing. So I mean, I love her belting, I love her holding notes, I love her higher registers, I love all of that, but I'm also drawn to her lower registers. So if you guys can just, put in the comments which sections of her voice, which parts of her voice really ring for you, I'd love to hear that from you guys. So let's continue on. I'm going to back it up a couple of seconds and then let's go.
Cacherai comme d'un amant discret, comme seul un homme peut se mentir. Touche-moi, rien qu'une fois, tout ici-bas fermera les yeux dans notre mémoire. L'univers a laissé une porte ouverte, un peu d'air juste avant d'en partir. J'accepterai d'en mourir un peu de cette vieille terre qu'elle me laisse. Quelques heures, je lui rendrai mon cœur. Inévitablement, je t'aime encore. Je t'ai aimé, je t'aimerai. Incontrôlable en moi ce sentiment étagément brisé.
I'm stopping it here. One other part of her physicality that I was drawn to after I started back up again is she can sell anything with her eyes. I mean, notice that unlike Je suis malade or in other songs where she's moving a lot more around the stage, here she's standing still, but she's doing a lot with her eyes to make sure that she's connecting with her audience. And one of the things that I know as a reactor that I'm having a hard time with, I bought a camera and I'm not I'm not used to where it's located. So you'll see me at the beginning. I'm looking at the screen, but I know that the camera's there. So I will do all this sorts of stuff. And it makes it look like either I'm fully engrossed here and I'm ignoring you, or I'm just throwing you some weird glances every once in a while. But she here, in all of her songs, she really understands the use of looking at various parts of the audience. And anybody who's been in productions where you are doing a solo or you are singing a song solo, you know that you can't just look down the center. You have to engage everybody. If you're giving a public presentation, you need to engage all sides of the room. When I was an instructor, one of the things I was taught very early is that every part of the room must have eye contact. Or else just walk up to them. Walk to the back of the room, walk to the side of the room. And she always has great stage presence, even if she's not moving. And I'm going to take it back 5 seconds and we're going to continue on.
Étagément brisé. Ici tout comme avant, je te suivrai de ma âme, de ta note, mais je m'en cacherai comme d'un amant discret, comme seul un homme peut se mentir. Je tairai cette victoire, j'écrirai une autre histoire, j'abrirai pour t'effacer. Inévitablement, je t'aime encore.
Okay. Yes. Always. her confidence. Like I've always said, if I could steal something from someone or copy and paste it, it would be breath control. And the reason that breath control does this is it gives you confidence. And I'm going to take it back 5 seconds so you can watch her just nail this unbelievably large jump that she just made. Sorry, I've seen it before. Every time I see it, I get all mushy. So let's go.
Inévitablement, je t'aime encore. Je t'aime, mais je t'aimerai jusqu'à la fin des temps, comme un karma démon, comme on meurt d'avoir trop aimé. Jusqu'à la fin des temps, comme on aime un enfant, comme on vit une éternité. Qui sait?
Spasiba. Thank you very much.
So again, I'm always enamored by her. Um, and again, it's more than just breath control. I understand that, but without that, she can't change registers. Without that, she can't do those major jumps. Without that, she can't do most of the things that we expect of a really great performer. And so I get hung up on that a little bit as a person who grew up with Barbara Streisand and Celine Dion and even early Mariah Carey. Their ability to find and hold a note and then be able to do whatever they want to do with their voice is amazing to me. This is part of the reason I sort of dissuaded myself as I was growing up not to actually do it seriously, not to actually sing seriously, because the bar to entry was so far up there that I didn't. I'd rather just hide in a corner than try. Had I known that the Gin Blossoms would have shown up, then I would have changed my mind. But this, the thing that draws me to her is that confidence, that ability to do anything with her voice, literally anything with her voice that she wants to do, and she has the clarity and the presence of mind to know what is right at the right moment. That's why I call her a vocal rhetorician, like I call Dimash a vocal rhetorician, is that they both know how to use the tools that they have been given in the right time, in the right meter, in order to get the right response from the audience. And that's awesome. That's what's supposed to happen. And so I'm going to leave it at that. I do thank you for allowing me to blither on a little bit about this. She's always an amazing performer to watch, especially for someone who wants to sort of take stuff away to improve my older voice now. And and I do take little things away here and there, and I'm I'm enamored and in awe of a lot of what she does, and I want to steal a little bit when I go back into the karaoke universe when all of this ends. With that, I'm going to leave you guys go. I hope you guys have a really wonderful day. Leave your comments below. And with that, as always, especially in times like this, be safe.